Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Frank. Welcome to Mf3 Showcase. I know I haven't been posting lately. Believe it or not, I had a problem with OBS and files recording to certain things and different things like that. I had a Hulk that I was ready to drop, another one I was ready to drop, but ran into some technical difficulties. But hopefully I'm back. Today I'm going to be, hey, working with the Boneyard, some Boneyard edition. You guys like that. Today I'm going to be doing Cotton Candy, which is actually Bob's girlfriend. We're going to actually do that. It's going to be great. You guys are going to love it. So I don't really have to sketch it out because we're usually pretty quick on that. Well, look who it is. Hey, Cotton Candy, how you doing? Yeah. No, I'm thinking about drawing you today. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. I'll keep your hair pink, right? You work with that? Oh, look at that. My silent producer in the back, he's just getting more comfortable. He's kind of a little sick. We've been giving him medicine. So you might hear a sneeze or a cough or so, but he's doing okay. And he's telling us to move forward. Okay, definitely you'll come back, okay? Cotton Candy, all right. Oh, what's up, Bob? Yeah, how you doing? I know. I'm going to do something cool. Don't worry about it, you know? All right, so you just hang on to your horses and we'll get started. And just to let everyone know, I'm going to probably try to drop this tonight, but this Saturday, I'm going to be at the Haven City Market, their art walk at night. It is September 10th, 3 to 9. It is 8443 Haven Avenue in Rancho Cucamonga. It's kind of exciting. That's the first time that I'm going to be in Rancho, and the Boneyard's going to be there. So definitely, if you're near that area, you might want to check it out. Of course, I'm in the Gracie Galleries in Laguna Beach, and also I'm at usually most time the Upland Farmers Market in Upland, California. That's kind of the only three places that I'm actually selling. I don't really utilize a website or anything like that. Not yet, but it's coming. And you guys that know the Boneyard know that I don't make prints. So it's every piece that you see like behind me is an original piece, one of a kind. So you'll never see that horse racing again, or you'll never see, other pieces. So definitely come down at least to check it out. It's great. And follow me on Instagram. It's Frank W. Perrine on Instagram. Also, I've been putting stuff out on TikTok, but it's all in fun. All right, let's get started right here. Okay, so man, I'm really bummed out that I was off. It was really bugging me that I couldn't download stuff. It truly was. I was just like, what? So. Though you guys know my story or know what's going on, all these characters intertwine into their own world, and most of them will have names and stories and different things like that. So when you see them in other pieces, you kind of have a reference. So this is Cotton Candy. Her first appearance was in Bare Bones. That was where she first appeared with Bob. And that's where the whole story goes from there. So she is a dancer. She is kind of Bob's main squeeze, so to speak. She's in an iconic piece that I have. It's called Nothing to See. Actually, that was her first appearance, was Nothing to See. Believe it or not. Yeah. And actually, that one will be there this Saturday. It was originally in the gallery for a long time. And I decided to take it down, do some things to it, some touch-ups to it, and then hold on to it. So I replaced it in the gallery with another piece because I really wanted to bring it. I wanted to bring her home and kind of let other people see it because it's such a unique piece. And just to let you know, when you see it, it's basically her, and she is on a dancing apparatus. Let's just put it that way. So she is on a dancing pole, and it's funny because I have her in this really kind of I don't know if I would say provocative pose, but those of you who've seen it, you know. And it's funny because I kind of did it on purpose. Because the reason I did it is because when you look at it, you know, you're like, okay, that's kind of, you know, risque. But that's why I titled it Nothing to See. Because in the end, there's truly nothing to see. It's basically a skeleton. So, you know, what is in your thought process is kind of you and your thought process. And I liked how it came out like that because it I don't know, it kind of shows, it kind of just shows that we allow ourselves to go down different roads of thought process. And I don't do that with too many of my pieces. But with that one I did on purpose. But it came out good. Now, Bob and her have always been going out. And I'll be honest, you think to yourself, you know, her and Bob, you know, they have a good relationship. But Bob, he's not a mess, but he's just all over the place. Bob is Bob. So when you see Bob, most of the time, I mean, Bob is, you know, he's a punk rocker, man. He likes, I mean, that's what he does. So it's not that he doesn't like cotton candy. It's just he is a hard guy to kind of control. Now, lots of times, the only other person that I get really detailed with the hair like this is Cotton Candy every once in a while when you see her, and New York City, which is my salsa singer. That's who I usually will do that to. Okay, and I love the fact that hopefully I get a lot of views on the when I do the Boneyard stuff, and I appreciate everyone out there. So we're going to be moving forward and doing some stuff. And for me, I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff coming up. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I might be having an issue with a large car company that looks like they kind of, without knowing, I would hope, kind of, it feels like my stuff, you know. So I'm kind of figuring out what I'm going to do about that. It's really really expensive to acquire a lawyer and different things like that, but we'll see. And those that know, they know what I'm talking about, because it's pretty crazy. It's just really similar to my world. And I've been doing my stuff now for, 3 years maybe. So That's the difficult part because I've been doing my stuff for so long. Oh, there goes my silent producer. Isn't that silent today? And like I said, he's not feeling a little good. He's kind of under the weather there. We're giving him meds and might have to take him back to the vet. But it's tough with my silent producer Yoshi because Yoshi is a 16-year-old pug. He's outlived his kids, and he is still going strong. I think it's just normal stuff of being old. All right. I think it's coming along good, I think. As we move on. Oh, hey. Cotton Candy, how you doing? I know it's not your typical hairstyle, but, I kind of like the way it's coming out. I mean, do you like it at least? Okay, all right. Well, you took a picture of it. That's good. All right. Well, just wait and see how it comes out, okay? All right. All right. We'll do a good job. This is her downtime hairdo. How about we put it like that so she won't get that upset? Her downtime. Her chillin' haircut, where she's just chilling, watching Netflix. Well, anyway, her and Bob have been together for a long time. I think why they like each other and why they get along so well is that Cotton Candy allows Bob to be Bob. And that's the whole thing. Because Bob is going to be Bob, whether you like it or not. That's the kind of cat he is. Just to give you some insight, so if anybody out there that has seen the hip joint, which is technically right now in the gallery in Laguna, but the hip joint is a jazz club. And if you know my stuff, everything is bone related, right? And it is called the hip joint. Now, what's cool about that is there is a group called Late Night Song, and anyone that's seen the original Late Night Song picture will know it by the singer singing, and she's on top of the piano. That was actually purchased by Clout9, my good friend Nick, which is a art broker that buys my stuff and resells it and stuff like that. And he picked that piece up. That, I gotta say, probably is one of my favorite pieces. That, and there is Bob on the Funny Bone tour. And those that have seen that is Bob with a microphone over the sea of skeletons. And that one is a cool one too. But Bob is in the hip joint, and Bob's just there because it's a party. So he's at his own table with Cotton Candy, and they're just all like hooping it up and hollering and stuff. And it's funny because that's Bob. I originally came up with my the Boneyard probably about 4 years ago. I started doing pieces um, and selling to people. It might have even been longer, but the first piece was Bob in concert, and that was sold, and then the same individuals that bought that also bought one called the Green Room, which is another amazing piece, and that's Bob and his bassist, um, in the Green Room. Now, what's cool about that is that those that don't know, then again, that's why I do this channel and talk about it, is the bassist only shows up 3 times on his original piece. He also shows up in the Green Room, and the bassist is also in his group at the hip joint. Now, I say things like that because I want to create times where you could look at first appearances and different things like that. And I like putting stuff in there because it actually just makes it more unique for my customers. If they have, the first appearance of X, I think that's cool. That's just me. I think that's really cool. Now she has different types of hair. So in some paintings, it's like a light pink. In other paintings, it's uh, like a darker pink. It all depends on really how I feel right at the moment. For me. Now I've done some characters with multicolored hair, and those you will find in Bare Bones. Um, every once in a while, I'll mess around and try different colors and different things like that. You know, um, some of the people in Bare Bones, of course, have showed up other places. The bouncers, things like that, are in different concerts. Um, you know, it's funny if you go on this channel. You could see I made a video of kind of detailing kind of the world and what I do. So if you're new to the Boneyard, right, or you're old to the Boneyard, uh, you can check it out, because I do it's very unique what I do in the fact that I have this whole world and it bleeds over into each other canvas. So you might have a canvas and it has cotton candy on it, and you might have Bob in it, and then you know then you might have a painting with a tattoo shop with Bob in it, and it's a whole world. So it constantly evolves. Now, like I said, the Boneyard itself, I've been doing for probably 4 years. I'm thinking about it now and looking at the original pieces that I've done, and with Bob, it's probably about that. I always appreciate all you guys that have bought in pieces from me. I couldn't be doing this stuff without you. I couldn't be pushing this dream without you. Like I said, this is such a unique idea. I don't see anyone else doing what I'm doing, and thank goodness, except for this big unnamed company that they might not even know, but it's kind of similar. So, but enough of that. So, cotton candy I like a lot. I've always had something, I don't know, I just thought it was, it was just a cool character. And it's funny because in my head, I have a lot of these people with their own stuff, with their own personalities, their own, like I have, you guys that know, I had 2 pieces that sold, and they were called Tibia's Pizza. and the main guy for Tibia's Pizza was there with his worker. Now, it's funny, his teenage worker has braces, and he shows up in multiple pieces, and what's unique about him is he's always looking at his phone. And lots of times things are going wrong because he's only paying attention to his phone. So, I do stuff like that because I want you guys to. I like the fact that people enjoy it and they can have fun out of it. Now, the only bad thing is that, sometimes people might look at it and go, well, I like it, but, maybe they look at it as it's not serious art, right? I don't know. But in the end, that really doesn't matter to me. Art is art. And I like what I do. I have fun doing it, and I want to bring. I just want to bring that fun feeling to the people that buy my art. Like I said, I always say on my Instagrams and stuff. Sometimes I'll put on there, if you don't get it, come on down to get it, because once I explain it to you and you kind of understand it, it kind of changes things a little bit. It does, I think. And like I said, if you go on my Instagram, you could see kind of a not a, well, I guess you could call it a description, but I kind of go over what I do and why I do it. And lots of times when you first look at it, you're just like, okay, it's a bunch of skeletons. What is up with that? But when you hear the meaning behind it and different things like that, I originally did these skeletons for a lot of different reasons. One of the reasons is I wanted to basically cut out all race. So in the end, we're all skeletons. In the end, that's what we are, right? If you strip everything down. And that was my main goal. And sometimes people will ask me to change it. They'll ask me, well, hey, can you do X, Y, and Z? And I will politely, say no, because in the end, I don't want to compromise what I'm doing, and also this whole thing is it's a world, right? So in the end, people that bought the green room, people that bought Bob's originals, and people that have bought all these pieces, they're part of a thing. They're part of a world that I've created. So me, I'm not going to compromise that. I'm not going to change that, because I think, they bought it because they liked it, and they also bought it because of all the story and everything I'm telling. And I just want to make sure that I honor everyone that has helped and bought and are my fans and that have done things like I said, supporting me and in what I do. So for me, I can't even thank you enough, because 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you wouldn't be able to see the Boneyard but in my garage. That's it, because that's where most of my stuff was. Now, little trivia for me is I've been doing these skeleton types with the big teeth and everything like that. I've been doing that, for years, probably 2016, maybe even before that. I've always kind of liked the look that I gave them. I have some original pieces from back then, smaller pieces and different things like that. So let's get back to cotton candy. Now, I'm going to be doing a webtoon too. I know, right? How many things am I doing? But I thought it would be funny to tell some of these stories And the whole goal is like people that buy Boneyard pieces. Um, I want them to see these things. I want them to see the universe growing, because I think it just makes their piece that they bought just that much more fun. Um, Imagine if you bought a piece with cotton candy in it, or let's say someone bought um, nothing to see with cotton candy, and then 4 years later, um, sees more pieces with cotton candy, and now they feel an attachment to their own piece. And I mean, that's kind of my biggest goal. I want to have everyone to have that connection uh, with my stuff. That's why I call it like living, because it's kind of a living thing um, to me. All right, so now it doesn't speed up, but now it kind of moves a little bit faster. Okay. All right. It looks pretty good so far, I think. You know, I'm sure other people will have, you know, their reasons maybe. Oh, hey guys. How you doing? What do you guys think? Bob, don't look at me like that, dude. Come on. I mean, this is all about you guys. You guys are kind of my flagship. You guys kind of started this whole thing. So, okay, well, we're not done yet. We're not. You don't have to take a picture yet. We're not done yet. Okay, when I finish, I'll call you back. All right, guys. So, let's move this a little bit down. There we go. All right, now I'm going to get back into the black with 50. Now, you guys know already that have watched my videos here on YouTube. I like to use thick lines, so I'll probably be thickening up this line. And also to let you guys know, this is definitely not a tutorial. This is just me drawing my own characters. And I did it mainly, I started this whole channel because I wanted to kind of spread the story of the Boneyard, start doing characters. Now, I've talked to people that know. I've talked to eventually I might be turning them into an NFT, but I'll do that when I move more in towards Patreon and things of that nature. So right now I'm not doing any of that. I'm just drawing and kind of spreading my world so you guys can enjoy it and see it. All right. So now I want to just clean some stuff up. Now, what's cool about Cotton Candy and Bob is they have a really good relationship. I mean, yeah, Bob is crazy. But Bob really cares for Cotton Candy. And Cotton Candy really cares for him. They're just kind of in their own exciting world where they like to do things that, you know, are to some people, I guess, exciting. Most of the time where you see cotton candy, you're going to see Bob in my pieces. Most of the time when you see cotton candy, she's always kind of chilling out. I have a couple pieces that, she's just like, she's on vacation with Bob and she's just chilling on a beach chair. Now, what I like is that's probably one of my favorite pieces. I use watercolor on canvas, which is kind of unique. Not a lot of people do it. I can't tell you not a lot of people do it. I just don't know if a lot of people do it. It's a little bit different because it's not like you can paint upright. The canvas doesn't absorb the watercolor, so you have to do different things to get the effects that you want. I really try to. I was kind of inspired by old people that did watercolor in the 60s, where they would get these large patches of just broken up color and just loved it. Oh, there's Yoshi in the background. I don't want you guys to worry about him. We're giving him meds and it's like he sneezes. So I don't want you to worry about it. But anyway, let's move on. See, you okay, Yosh? There we go. All right. Like I said, we took him to the vet and they did an x-ray and they did all that fun stuff. But he is just not recovering from it as fast as we would like. So pretty soon, if I'm, next time I'm on, I'll give you an update on how he's doing. But as of right now, he's doing okay. Like I said, it sounds a lot worse than it is. Okay, so let's get back to Bob and Cotton Candy. So originally when I did Cotton Candy, her first appearance, like I said, was nothing to see. And I did that one on purpose to be kind of a certain way to make your mind think something else. And then when you see what it's called, then you don't feel bad. You feel like, oh man, yeah. In my mind, I was thinking that this is an inappropriate picture. All right. But in the end, it's really not, because it's just a skeleton. And like I said, if you guys, anyone out there is close enough that wants to come to Rancho this weekend, it will be on display and you'll get what I mean. You can go to my Instagram and see it. You can't miss it. All right. It's coming out okay here. All right. Now, if you're first showing up to this, definitely watch all my videos. I do different different characters. I only have, this is my second Boneyard that's out. And like I said, the kind of reason is just because I want to give it, the credit that it's due. And I want to just have fun with it and make sure um, that everyone likes it. Now, originally, like I said, I did these skeletons. I've been doing them for a long time, and for me, like I said, I've made them the way that they are because I didn't want to make scary skeletons. That wasn't my approach. All right, my approach was fun. My approach was, you know, to have fun. So for me, that's always been my approach. Now, I've had people ask me, what's up with the skeletons? And like I said, I did it more because I wanted to do fun pictures of multiple people, but I didn't want to incorporate any race. I wanted it to be, in the end, us to look at it and go, yeah, we're all the same when it comes down to it, right? We're all bones in the end. Now, some people have gotten it. I've had people go, I like it, I understand what you're doing, and then nail it. They tell me, and I'm like, wow, yeah, that's good. Some people don't, and that's okay. It's funny because people will look at my art and go, I don't get it, you know. But, I get a soup can or I get a banana that's taped to a wall, but this is somehow out of the norm or too weird. And I don't get that. But art is subjective, and in the end, some people like it and some people don't. There's certain people that love my stuff, and there's some people that don't, might not get it, and that's totally okay. I don't mind. You know, like even eventually when I do NFTs, like people that know me already, my whole goal was to do it exclusively for my Patreon people. And the only reason I wanted to do it that way is because in the end, you guys are supporting me enough to be on Patreon and watch me do what I do, then you should be able to get first dibs at something like that that's that important. My opinion. All right, yeah, she is turning out fabulous. Yes, fabulous. All right. You know how it is. I'm doing this. Doesn't There's probably graphic artists out there that are rolling their eyes and saying, "Man, this guy doesn't know what he's doing." Never said I did. I'm also going to be hopefully at a horror convention called Creepy, which is Creep IE. That's in February. I had a great person at the farmers market um, basically suggest to me that I should do those type of conventions because those type of people don't have problems with hanging skeletons on their wall. And she loved my stuff, and she said, yeah, they would too. So I'm going to be I already signed up. Well, I signed up for a booth, and they recently sent me something saying that they had space. So hopefully I can get that taken care of. And then it's in it's in the Ontario. It's in the Ontario Convention Center, and so which should be fun. All right, I'm liking it. All right, now let's do this other part. All right. What do you think? I'm thinking it looks pretty good so far. Um, let's just wrap it up there. Now, for me, I kind of got this technique from not the same type of technique, but there used to be a guy that used to work for Heavy Metal Magazine, and I think he probably still does. And sorry that I don't know names. I am not a big name person. Oh, there goes poor Yosh. I just don't know a lot of names. But he was an artist that would put a lot of little detail in it, and I just was always inspired by it. I would always look at his stuff and just be, man, just amazed. And that's where I do a lot of these lines. For me, they're not shade, they're not, it's just, detail that I like to put in. I do it a lot on my paintings. If you see any of my paintings, I do it a lot. I think it adds to it. All right. Well, hopefully you guys can, whoever can, because I know that this goes worldwide, right? So not everyone can be in Rancho tomorrow, but Rancho, California. But I'm sorry, Saturday. But if you are local and you decide to, definitely, definitely come out because you'll see a lot of original pieces, a lot of pieces that, a lot of, like I said, original pieces that not a lot of times people get to see unless I'm pretty exclusive in where I go. Like I said, I'm only selling at um, a few different places. Actually, it's going to be 3, right? It's going to be the gallery in Laguna, um, the farmers market, and now this new market in Rancho Cucamonga. So I'm pretty exclusive. And like I said, Um, I'm pretty exclusive in being at those three places. Now, I'm not saying eventually I won't be other places, because I'm sure I will be. Um, but as of right now, that's where you could see me. And on YouTube and Instagram and all that. And for me, if you like my stuff, share it, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Um, I appreciate everyone and what they do. All right. And there she is, Cotton Candy. And I think she came out great. Oh, hey, Cotton Candy, how you doing? How do you think you came out? You think I did an okay job? All right. You're taking pictures. That's a good thing. Where's Bob? Maybe Bob can help out. Oh, hey, Bob, how you doing? How'd I do? All right. I mean, she's got her, like, kickback hair on, but, other than that, I think it looks great. All right, so now you guys know what time it is. All right, because now it is time to sign. Now, I'm doing a lot of these drawings, and they're actually in a set format that I can put them on shirts and different things like that. So I wanted the ability to do that. I also wanted the ability to be at a higher resolution. So if eventually you guys want me to start selling these as digital prints, that I could do that. So eventually when I get my Patreon going and everything like that, if you say, hey, yeah, I want a Bob and Cotton Candy, then I would be able to just you would send me what I'm charging for them, and then I just send you a digital file. Now some people say, yeah, why are you going to do that though, right? Because you can sell prints. What's the difference? What's the difference between a print and me just selling you the digital file? If you wanted to put it on canvas or do whatever you wanted with it, that's fine with me. I mean, you're buying that print, and if you want it in a certain way, you could have it in a certain way. I mean, would I have an issue with you selling them? Well, of course, because then that's not cool, right? But in the end, I know I totally appreciate you guys and the fact that you like my stuff. Wow, that came out great. I think in that is pretty neat. Hopefully, I can get this out today, and definitely comment. And like I said, as you see, my silent guy is already sleeping again. Right? Let's see if I can move it over to him a little bit. There we go. So you can almost hear him snoring, but he's doing pretty good. So I do apologize for him. But he's not feeling good, poor guy, right? So, well, thank you, everyone. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the drawing. You guys have a good night. And now that I got everything digitally back in place, we're back in business. I don't have a set time, but as you've seen, sometimes I'll bust them out pretty quickly. So thank you, everyone, for your time, and have a great weekend. And hopefully, if you're around, remember Rancho Cucamonga, all right, the market, and I'll be there at the artwork. Thanks a lot. All right, guys.